Got about ballparking 400 reps or so, I think 315 after the first 3 days, which is equivalent to after 4 days, this is practice 5, excuse me, but after 4 days, it's about 4 games, 80 reps a pop, give or take. So guys have done a good job. We've thrown a lot at them. Today's usually a pullback day on install. So throwing a lot at them, but I think they've done a really good job of understanding the intensity and deliberateness and trying to create an identity for themselves in regards to what we're trying to get done on offense.
On Tuesday, Kenny said that it was quote unquote the worst last 2 periods of offensive football he had seen in his time here. Was there an improvement today?
Yeah, for sure. It was awesome. I think opportunities like that, with where we're at in our program and what we need to get done in spring, understanding that defenses adapt, targets grow, expectations mount. We need days like that to be able to pull us back down there sometimes. So I think opportunities where you're not out full tilt and you've got to pull out some guys who have 1,000 reps and you're with new guys at tackle and guard and running back and wide out. I think that creates creates an opportunity for us to really sink our teeth in and be where we are in that moment. So it was awesome for us to get that little reality check in regards to what we need to get done day in and day out.
Seems like between Kamari and AJ, that tight end room has been elevated from a size athleticism standpoint.
Yeah, no, we've made that obviously a primary focus when we've got here. Obviously, with getting here and having a loss and transfer one tight end and going in and finding one guy and then going to get another and then recruit a freshman. We made that a really point of emphasis in the offense. Create an edge on the offensive side is important for us in our scheme, and controlling the perimeter and having those guys in the middle matching up is a big deal. And so we've got 3 guys we couldn't be more fired up about.
You were in 12 more today. Is that something that you just think in this offense could pop with those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played a little bit sprinkle at 12 last year with that rotation, those 3 guys. Now we've got 3 more that we feel can get in a rotation and create, if we feel there's a matchup there or some distinction we can get. The athleticism and the size really gives you some flexibility to be a pain in the butt, and some of the stuff we'll be able to do, I think.
What are 5 practices? What stood out about Conway kind of jumping into the room?
First of all, he's really sharp. I think that when we first called him and met him, there's something about that school and where he comes from that gives you the elevated intent in regards to how to study and how to prepare yourself. So we knew he'd probably be in that, but the football piece you don't know because it's a totally different brand of football.
What are the kickers doing to improve on last year?
I'm going to finish his real quick. No worries, I got you. But I think couldn't be more excited about some of the critical skills he's got in regards to his foot path, size, ability to break tackles. He's downhill. He's smart. You're seeing some of that stuff start to work into it. I think as he gets closer to learning and feeling comfortable in it, his speed's going to then pick back up, which is awesome. So I'm fired up, man. I think he's going to be a weapon. Go ahead.
What are the kickers doing to improve on last year?
The kickers?
Yep.
Well, first of all, we recruited one that I think is awesome. And Jesus is going to give us an opportunity in different parts of the field offensively that I think are going to, as far as my side of the ball, that are going to be able to manipulate situations a little bit differently than last year at times. So couldn't be more fired up about him. He's hitting bombs out there, and I'm out there salivating and shedding tears. So pretty fired up.
Demarius Robinson had a great pancake block at one point during the one-on-one blocking drills. What have you seen from him so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, pound for pound, he's exactly what we saw in film. His personality, his ability to come out and compete right away. He's coming from high school. That kid right now should be at prom in the next couple months. And we've got a handful of guys like that. And I mentioned that to those guys, and I mean that with all reality because, you got these 16, 17-year-old kids coming in at mid-semester. They're drinking through a fire hose. And so to have Man come out or have AJ come out and to be able to be that impactful and that energetic, that powerful, to want to compete, that's exactly how you infuse a program to take it to the next step, is young guys like that can build. And Man's been awesome. He just broke the team down today after he scored a touchdown to walk off, so it was nice.
And then also had 2 long runs, including the touchdown. What's it like just having that amount of depth and competitiveness in that room?
Yeah, I mean, if it's by committee, I mean, to have those things show up in practice, whether it's pass blocking one-on-ones, whether it's big plays at the end of the game, whether it's a freshman, whether it's Alto, whether it's Leak coming back from injury. I mean, again, by committee right now, to be able to try to make up that ground from stat is going to be a big deal. And so the pressure's on for those guys. They're enjoying that. They understand it. They understand the expectations. And now I'm excited to get to use them.
Sam talked about wanting to make a improvement with checks and protection adjustments. What's like the next step of his evolution in those areas, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Sam's so eager to do all of it so fast, as we all know. And I think that's the beauty of anybody who's a self-starter and wants to be the premier elite at their position at anything. His ability now to be able to manage checks, protections, fronts, and calls. We did some of it last year. You guys saw some of that. To be able to take that next step with it is going to be a little push and pull for me and him, because I don't want to overload him. We still need to play fast. We don't need to overload the system. Don't need to overload him. But he's going to have the ability, as we continue to move forward, to really handle some really elevated things in the game, and that's a big deal.
You have two young quarterbacks, Cam Dyer and Miller Tolson. How have you kind of seen those guys grow in the spring so far?
Yeah, Cam's hasn't practiced yet because he's been coming off an injury, so he's just been in the room. A sharp kid, diligent, wants to learn the position. Haven't seen him live yet. Haven't seen him move around. Butters trying to pick everything up. Again, another guy who's here at mid-semester as a high school guy who should be, walking around getting ready for prom again. And it's like, I think right now at that position, at quarterback position specifically, it can be a heavy load. And so there's a lot going on. I can see smoke come out of his helmet sometimes, which I've been there, done that, played as a true freshman. So, but he'll be just fine. I think he's got some ways to go in regards to picking everything up, but not going to do any more than we ask him to do.
So